BeCalmNews, a calmer look at the world. The infrastructure of power. This is BeCalmNews, a space to stay informed without becoming overwhelmed. This week, global attention has focused on military tensions, technological sovereignty, and the growing question of who controls the systems that modern societies depend upon. Beneath many of the headlines, a common theme is emerging: infrastructure. Middle East, control of strategic routes. In the Middle East, tensions between the United States, Iran, and Israel remain elevated. Military actions, retaliatory responses, and continued pressure around maritime trade routes have reinforced the strategic importance of the region. Increasingly, the question is not only military capability, but control over movement, energy, and access. Europe, the new technological frontier. In Europe, a major initiative on technological sovereignty has been unveiled. The focus extends beyond innovation itself, towards questions of resilience, strategic autonomy, and long-term security. Semiconductors, cloud infrastructure, and artificial intelligence are now being viewed not only as economic assets, but as foundational elements of national and regional stability. Ukraine, pressure and negotiation. In Ukraine, military operations continue, while discussions surrounding possible negotiations remain active. Recent developments highlight a familiar pattern: periods of escalation existing alongside attempts to create conditions for dialogue. Yet the search for a path forward continues. Space and financial markets. Elsewhere, developments in the space sector have drawn significant attention. Volatility surrounding launch programs, investment activity, and future expectations reminds us that technological progress rarely follows a perfectly linear path. Innovation, like diplomacy, often advances through uncertainty. Migration and demographics. In Europe, migration policy continues to evolve, reflecting broader questions about borders, labor markets, and demographic change. Across many countries, policymakers are increasingly confronted by competing realities: the desire for greater control, alongside the practical needs for workers, growth, and long-term sustainability. Analysis. And when these developments are viewed together, a larger pattern begins to emerge. What appears to be changing is how power itself is being understood. Historically, power was often measured through territory, military strength, and economic output. Today, the attention is increasingly focused on infrastructure. Who controls energy routes? Who controls data? Who manufactures critical technologies? Who maintains transportation systems, supply chains, and communication networks. Across multiple regions, these questions are becoming central to political decision-making, AI and the distribution question. At the same time, discussions around artificial intelligence are expanding beyond technology itself. Increasingly, the conversations concern ownership, influence, and distribution. If intelligent systems generate enormous value, who benefits from that value? And how should societies respond if technological progress outpaces traditional employment structures? These questions remain unresolved, but they are moving steadily towards the center of public debate. Human perspective. And for the individual, these developments may feel distant at first, yet many of them connect directly to everyday life. Energy prices, employment, digital services, economic opportunity, and social stability. Increasingly, global systems and personal experience are intersecting, and from there it becomes possible to view these events not as isolated headlines, but as parts of a larger transition, a world attempting to redefine how resilience, security, and prosperity are created. One development, one conversation, one step at a time. You don't have to resolve everything to remain steady. This is BeCalmNews.